All right, we do want to bring in Tulsi Gabbard, former Congresswoman and Trump campaign advisor. She is joining us here in the spin room. And Tulsi, it's good to see you.
Thank you.
You have a unique perspective here because not only have you debated against Kamala Harris, but you were once a Democrat. Now you support former President Trump, and you helped him with some of his debate prep. How do you think the evening went, and did you see some of the things that you discussed before the debate play out in real time tonight?
You know, President Trump kept this debate very focused on the issues that matter most to the American people. And I think, to me, when you look at this debate, that was the biggest contrast, is that President Trump really brought voice to the American people who are concerned about crime on their streets, who are concerned about millions of illegal immigrants crossing the border, and how this doesn't just affect the border communities. This is affecting, in a very negative way, communities all across the country. He kept coming back to these issues. He kept coming back to the economy and how more and more Americans are continuing to struggle to afford basic necessities, groceries, gas, supplies, things that they are reminded of every single day, that their dollar is going shorter and shorter. It doesn't go as far as it used to be. These are the issues that the American people are most concerned about, and quite frankly, that Kamala Harris not only didn't really speak to or address, but she also didn't recognize and admit the fact that people are in this position today given the Biden-Harris administration's policies, and that they have been the ones in the White House these past 4 years, not Donald Trump.
So you talked about immigration and the economy. Those are two issues that voters have trusted, at least in the polling shows they trust Trump a bit more. But one area where he's been vulnerable has been abortion. And we heard from Nikki Haley earlier. She suggested that Donald Trump and J.D. Vance need to change the way they speak about women. Tonight, there were some heated exchanges over the issue of abortion. Trump himself has struggled to sort of define where he stands right now. How do you think he handled that part of the debate?
I think he clarified and told the truth about a lot of things that Kamala Harris accused him of that were outright lies. She was trying to tell the American people that he supports a federal abortion ban. He does not. She tried to tell the American people that he's trying to ban IVF, something that's personal to me because it's something that my husband and I, for years, tried to start our own family through the use of IVF. It didn't work out for us, works out for a lot of families. President Trump was quick on the draw when that Alabama court ruled, and he immediately said, no, we have to protect IVF, and the Alabama state legislature took action. She continued to say things, trying to say he's trying to ban birth control. That is also 100% false. So President Trump, I think, did a good job in clarifying the truth after Kamala Harris continued to lob lie after lie at him, saying things that he stood for that frankly just are not true.
Well, the former president made some false claims, too. He said that, there were states that wanted to kill babies after they were born. We fact-checked that a bunch of times, even prior to the debate. There is not a single state in this country that would allow that sort of thing. But I want to ask you about something else. He also made a pretty serious allegation saying that he took a bullet to the head because of the way Democrats, Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, have been talking about him, saying that he's a threat to democracy. You're a former Democrat. Do you think that Democrats are to blame, at least in part, for that assassination attempt? And remember, the FBI says they don't know what the motive was in that attack.
There is no doubt in my mind that those who use such insightful rhetoric as calling Donald Trump the same as our modern day Hitler, not once, not twice, but year after year after year after year, it doesn't take it shouldn't take an FBI investigator to add 1 + 1 = 2. People always say, well, what would you have done if you were in a position where you could have stopped Hitler back during World War II? To think that any person watching them call Donald Trump today's modern day Hitler wouldn't take it upon themselves to say, hey, maybe I should be that hero to go and take out this man who these people I see on television, who these powerful people in Washington are saying is our modern day Hitler, then you're not actually living in the real world. There are consequences to using that dangerous, insightful rhetoric, and it would not surprise me to know that it would lead to that very dangerous and tragic situation.
Former Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard, thank you for your time.
Nice to talk to you.